Alright, welcome back. We are on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And we are about to be heading into the Black Vulcar base. We have Zalbar, and we have Mission. Zalbar is a scout? That's crazy. He's not even a soldier. Can use an energy shield. Alright. We gotta get into this base and get the swoop accelerator. Nice. Actually, I shouldn't use my med kits because I can just heal the whole party. These droids are too strong to stun. Dude, Force Heal is so busted. We just got that last episode. So good.
Please don't hurt me. I just serve the food here, that's all. I'm not like these others. I'm not even a Black Vulcar. Please don't kill me.
Leaving you alive is too risky. Sorry, sister. Looks like your order is up.
Well, alright. I still don't know how much help I can be. But I sure hope you get rid of all the Vulcars. I hate them. What? I've never heard of such a thing. But I've never been down there. Is she that Republic soldier? I heard one of the Vulcar mention her, but she's not here. He said Brezhik didn't trust his men around her. I guess she's too important to be a slave here in the kitchens. Now that you've killed the guards who were supposed to watch me, I think I could find my way out of here. I'm free to go?
Alright. Zalbar is way better in melee combat than I am. Matter of fact, I could just run Zalbar. He can't run.
Sure.
That's the only thing that sucks. He doesn't have the force speed the way that my guy does. Let's give these fellas force valor. That stat boost is really nice. Can't remember what the sentry is good for. Normally if you see one of these sentries, it means that one of the doors is, or one of the areas are needed. Still a bit to explore in this area.
Yeah.
Oh, I've already seen this. Stun droid has been doing like nothing. Sometimes that whips too.
I'll show you.
Ooh, got Heavy combat suit. She's currently getting a +4. Gives mission like slightly better defense. But once she gets another point dexterity, you want to go back to the combat suit. It's also this, but you have to have medium armor proficiency. I don't even know who I would use this on. Probably sell it, but I'm gonna wait to sell it. I don't really see myself using a energy shield on Zalbar. A lot of grenades, always useful. Somebody else have more computer use than me? Mission
Sure.
has-
What?
If I use missions, does it count? Yeah, she registers as having computer use 5. So interestingly enough, in KOTOR 2, if you have higher computer use on another character, it still makes you use your character for all the stat checks. In this game, I think it's registering that she's better at computer use. So upload area schematics means that it gives you the whole map discovered, which to me is not that useful. I'd rather explore all the areas. We could have spent some computer spikes killing all the guys in the barracks, but I actually wanted to go in there myself. Need to give the homies the force valor.
Watawama mulira king konjo peshak. Tonga bug sham uninong. Takom justak miki grabel mogo. Kakachi chu aitha odunga. Takom justak miki grabel mogo. Tonga ituam jiji yumalit pa ang kachi chu aitha odunga. Chibedwana nipo. Kuya mi juz kachita naipatoga ya fulki kukula jita bistyu bon konki pangpa. Kontichani mulira shomp turung umni patoga wanka chonetis. Tonga bug sham uninong.
Oh, so never mind. You could have gotten a pass card instead of using the computer to slice.
Kipuna. Puna nekat. Kontichani.
You don't even get light side points for saving that guy? Look how we exited dialogue and we don't have our buffs anymore. Well, that kind of sucks. So if you have a pass card, it just cuts through the area on its own. So here's the barracks. I'll have to just lob a fucking grenade on their faces. Just over here providing support for my team.
I'll show you.
Yeah, as soon as you get force heal, it's so much easier, dude. Dude, Zalbar is just wrecking these guys. You know, maybe I was sleeping on Zalbar, because I normally never take him. I think in every other one of my playthroughs, I've taken Mission and Car through here, and it's been a lot harder, so... Yeah, Zalbar is actually really good. It's okay, we already got our computer spikes back. There's not a ton of places in the game where you have to use those anyway. Oh yeah, so if you want to get to the chest down here without taking poison damage, then you have to do it a certain way. I was curious where my autosave hit me. My quick save. Yeah, so my quick save, it looks like, was before the pass card. I'm not going to save scum that. It's pretty silly. I have 30 repair parts. So you just watch this guy go in. He blows up. And I think it's supposed to destroy the poison, yeah. Steel bonding alloy. Plasma grenades. Plasma grenades are fire. We're not going to give that cardio regulator to these guys. We're going to wait until we get a better companion. Okay, so we hit like almost all the major points of interest.
Hey, Big Z. Don't take this the wrong way, but lately, I've noticed you're starting to look a little bit scruffy. No, I'm not suggesting a bath. I know how well that went over last time. But your hair's getting all tangled. And if you look close, you can see a few gray strands starting to poke through. Don't worry, Big Z. It's nothing I can't fix. A little trim, a splash of coloring, and you'll be as good as new. Best looking Wookiee on the planet. Maybe a nice suit. I know, Wookiees aren't into the whole clothing thing, but you could start a whole new trend. You'd be on the cutting edge. Okay, sheesh. Try to offer some constructive criticism, and this is the thanks I get? Let's move on. You can just stay naked and scruffy for all I care.
Having to reapply buffs after every single dialogue. I must have installed that mod incorrectly. It's supposed to be going Force Speed and Force Valor for 3 minutes.
What?
Oh yeah, so this is actually where you can use the pass card to override that. I'm fairly certain we got through everything here. Yeah, stun droid is a very nice power to have. You get to a point later in the game, I probably mentioned this before, where there's a ton of droids, so it's a nice pick. Why would they have a room where there's nothing in it? Oh shit, Zalbar is about to get cooked. Nice. Mission just got a level. Oh, everybody got a level. Wonder if that means it's gonna auto-level Karth when I bring him back into the group. It should. Oh, I didn't get a level. These two got a level. Recommends computer use? What the hell? Yeah, there's no other stat that matters with this guy. You want treat injury. Kind of feel the same way about mission, but you could also put this in there. Her having high security does like nothing. I'd rather her have awareness if you're gonna dump all her points. Nice you to show up, mission. Fighting's already over. There's a lot more loot in this area. Garage head key card. I can't remember if we have to slice this computer or not. But if we need to use mission.
What?
If you overload the terminal in here, it kills everybody. Okay, so that was utterly pointless. There was nothing to actually get into there. I try not to save scum a lot, but there are situations like that where you don't have to use your resources, so why would you use them? It's not like if we do a New Vegas playthrough where I'll be quick saving and shit all the time. Not because the game is hard, but just because it's funny. That's where we came in. Went down this way. Can't get in there. Have to go down this way.
Yeah?
So the mines are kind of useful because you can sell those later. I don't know if I mentioned that before.
You'll pay!
Nice, we got him. Glad to see Zalbar's actually using Flurry. So the sword that Zalbar is using now has a little bit of upgrades on it.
Yeah?
Yes?
Okay, why is mission like right in there?
Yes?
Yeah, you'll have like 50 med packs here soon because we just don't have to use them anymore.
Kuya mi juz kachita, naipatoga ya fulki, kukula jiji. Kawana bo.
Reshik stole that engine from Gadden. It was never yours to begin with.
Karatumpa kunpa yiya mokapata. Bonanay kachu. Yinkin kunoba mulirachi kun. Tong napun siya nyunyang.
Wanna chick yongi? Wanna vota con titariti?
Kachichu ay hodunga. Yinkin kunoba mulirachi kun. Slima podonna. Rundi hodong. Tonga bugsham uninong. Mana tota. Aku chigratuk pola. We itha nadana itya. What are you?
Smilia.
Achuta. Wanga kun pistol piki.
No auto pause before combat. Interesting. We should probably kill the scrubs first. Oh, I'm literally just gonna die. Dude, what? I fucking died before I could do anything. God damn.
You'll never get me. Huh?
Alright, mission. I just need mission to not die here. Had to burn a lot of advanced med packs, which feels kind of bad.
Yeah?
It's kind of funny how like all the companions survive and then my guy is always the first to die.
What?
Also, it's worth mentioning your force heal isn't really that good yet. It gets better, but it's useful in combat where you guys are at like half health. Oftentimes people can kill you. If there's enough enemies, they can just kill you before you get a chance to pop off with it. Oh yeah, we got some new gear. This little headband. A lot of the headgear in this game looks really silly. What's response package? Dexterity +1. It makes him harder to be hit, and now he doesn't have any odd statted points. I don't hate it.
What?
Sure. Maybe
we do want to give him fortitude saves. I don't know. I don't really see us taking Zalbar for too much longer.
What?
What?
The companion space is about to get a lot more competitive. Because you can only have 2 companions with you at any given time. And we get some very good ones as time goes on. Zalbar is just kind of a nothing personality until you get to his planet, and even, you know, once you do his planet, nothing huge really changes, so we can't return to hideout from here. If I'm not mistaken, we do have to run all the way back. Yeah, we have to go back to Gadden Deck. So now we can go back to the hideout if we wanted to bring Karth along. The hideout is so far away from everything, that's the problem. Plus we have the Undercity quest to resolve. Very nice of the game to just let me have stuff that I forgot to loot. There's another door.
Huh?
What?
Oh yeah, we also forgot to get the Rakghoul serum. It's sitting on one of the Sith bodies. Yeah, I do believe we got everything here.
Civilian, this is a restricted area. What are you doing down here? You're questioning the Sith. How many people do we have to kill before the rest of you learn some respect? Well, I guess it's time for another lesson. Patrol, attack!
Nice hit. I think there's a way to change mission scripting so that she stays away. Wow. Yeah, the scripting is pretty
What?
Pretty bad. There should be a mod that makes the AI a little bit more complex in combat. Oh damn, we just one-shotted that dude. Oh wow. These must be lower level Raccoon or something. Improved force focus, night sense. Implants are one of those things that are kind of cool, but you don't really need them. So we're about to get Master 2 Weapon Fighting. Next level. Let's just go with the safe pick for now. Raccoon Serum, Beam Splitter.
Hey there, what can I do for you? Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know? Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Volkers were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble. Anyway, I don't like the Volkers at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold. Hey, I don't need a lecture from you. You ain't my mother. I knew what I was doing. Those Volkers didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Volker a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat. The other two screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists.
Something
Volker was
Wookiees are
so
known to do.
scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out. Sorry, Zalbar, but I keep telling you to brush those choppers once in a while. Why do you think I won't stand downwind when you're talking? Anyway, I knew those Volkers would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city. He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. Me and Zalbar like to live in the present.
That is a mentality that Mission carries throughout this game. Like, just accepting people for who they currently are, not who they were. That will come back in the story.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
I hope I don't have to listen to you prattle on about your brother now.
My brother's a touchy subject, you know. It just so happens I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
Yeah, her brother comes up more in the future. Sorry, I cleared my throat so much. Just woke up like 20 minutes ago. Alright, let's head back. Hopefully we have all the Promised Land journals. I think we got everything else from this area. Where's Rook Hill? Yeah.
Greetings once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself to be a true savior of my people? It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the Promised Land. You are marked, Upworlder. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity. The great city of...
There's some kind of rebellion.
Many brave men and women were banished here to...
What did you expect? If they could get away with it, the Teresian nobles would stuff their own mothers down here to make more room in the upper city.
Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Terrace. A life devoid of all hope but one. Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the Promised Land. I have collected many clues hinting at its location. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location. Can it be true? Is it possible that at long last, the dream of my father and grandfather before him will be fulfilled? I can hardly bear to look. Yes, of course. Now I understand. It all makes sense. Now I see why the Promised Land has been so hard to find. It is so obvious. You have done a great thing, Upworlder. A selfless act that will bring great joy to all the people of this village. I must take this to Gendar right away.
Frukill, what do you want now? Have you more fables of a hidden paradise just waiting for us to find it?
You may not think these are fables after you see what I have brought you, Gendar. Look at these journals.
What? No, it can't be. Are these real, Rukill? Is this information accurate?
I swear to you everything in these journals is true, Gendar. The Promised Land. I told you I would find it.
The entrance is far from here, Rukill. It will take us weeks to get there, perhaps even months. And we will have to cross many Rakghoul-infested areas.
I do not deny the journey will be hard, Gendar. But surely it is better than the miserable life we have here.
Wise words, Rukill. Our supplies are high right now. We could leave by nightfall. I will tell the others to prepare for the journey.
Thank you once again, Upworlder. I will say a final goodbye. For where we are going, I fear you cannot come. The journey to the Promised Land is long and arduous. We must part ways here, Upworlder. I sense your destiny is yet to be chosen. But the destiny of my people is at the end of the long journey ahead of us.
They all just bounce. Oh, we got light side points. We're actually getting on our way up there. We hadn't made some of the dark side choices here and there. Would have been further. We didn't really make that many. Sometimes just talking to somebody in an evil tone is what does it. Oh yeah, if you come back here, this is interesting. I believe there are a couple infected people in here. Oh no, they're gone. Ah. Because I'm like, what happens if you use the serum on those two people that were standing in there? Do you just not have the serum to give to Zelka? Because that would suck. Unless they somehow let you use it twice. Unless it's just like insane light side points. Like if you get extra light side points for spending it on those two. But because I would think it's like the needs of the many versus the needs of the few at that point. So from here it's kind of interesting. You have basically the big swoop race. There are still some duels in the arena that we can go do. I don't think there's anything huge in the cantina yet, so we could probably just do this. So we have the swoop accelerator now.
You have returned. You have the prototype swoop engine accelerator with you? I was beginning to wonder if you would make it. The race is tomorrow, and my mechanics need time to install the prototype into the swoop engine of our bike. Don't worry. I'm a man of my word. I promised you could ride in the swoop race under the Hiddenbeck banner, and I'm still going to let you do that. And I'm even going to go one better. I'm going to let you ride the swoop bike with the prototype accelerator installed on it.
Gadden, you can't be serious.
I have to be honest with you. There's a reason I'm letting you take the prototype engine. The accelerator isn't stable. There's a good chance it could explode during the race. I can't ask one of my own riders to take the risk. They'll be running unmodified swoops in the race. You'll be the only one using the prototype. If you can complete the track before the accelerator overheats, then you'll win for the Becks. If you die, then one of my other riders could still come through for me. You can stay here tonight. The mechanics need time to install the accelerator on the engine, so you won't be able to practice your riding. But I've got good instincts, and you have the look of a racer about you. Just try to relax, and in the morning we'll take you to the swoop track.
Kind of cool my guy knows how to... He understands all alien languages. There's Bastila. Alright, let's get out there. I forget the... Okay, left click the mouse to accelerate, shift gears, use the movement keys to avoid obstacles. There's no obstacles, I think, because I have a mod. Oh, that mod must not have worked either, because there are definitely obstacles in this course. So your first heat, you want it to be worse on purpose, so that you can beat it for the previous, or for the later ones. If you get like a 19-second one on the first pass, then it is very hard to win this. So you want to get progressively better, but still fuck it up until the last one. That should still be better. Yep, still got it. Oh, what? You only have to race 2 heats? What? Okay.
People, hear me! Before I present the so-called champion of the Becks with their prize, there is something you must know. The winning rider cheated.
They're not trying to cheat.
Your swoop bike was using a prototype accelerator. Clearly an unfair advantage. Because of this hidden Beck treachery, I'm withdrawing the Vulca's share of the victory prize. You old fool. Your traditions are nothing to me. I am the wave of the future. If I want to withdraw the prize and sell this woman on the slave market myself, nobody can stop me.
I might have something to say about that, Brezhik.
What? Impossible. You were restrained by a neural disruptor. How could you have possibly summoned the will to free yourself?
You underestimate the strength of a Jedi's mind, Brezhik. A mistake you won't live to regret.
Vulcus, to me! Kill this woman! Kill the swoop rider! Kill them all!
It's like Caesar in your face. Like, Praetorians, to me! Who do we kill first? I think we kill this guy. Oh, is Brezhik just a little bitch? He doesn't even have a melee weapon? Oh, there he is. Oh, he even gets hit by the stun. Goodbye, Brezhik. Oh, yeah, having Karth during this point is a little bit funnier. Because Karth and Bastila have a lot of banter.
Well, maybe those bloody Vulcans will think twice next time before trying to keep a Jedi prisoner. And as for you, if you think you can collect me as a prize... Save me. Is that what you were trying to accomplish by riding in that swoop race? Well, as far as rescues go, this is a pretty poor example. Karth Onasi is alive. Finally, some good news. Karth is one of the Republic's best soldiers. He's proved himself a hero a dozen times over. And he sent you here to save me. Please, take me to Karth right away. Between the three of us, I'm sure we can figure out some way to get off this planet before the Sith realize we're here.
Bastila, you're alive! Finally, things are looking up. Now we just need to figure out a way to get off this planet.
You mean you don't have a plan to get off Taurus yet? What have you been doing all this time? My attitude. It strikes me that you are the one in sore need of an attitude adjustment. I happen to be in charge of this mission, if you'll recall.
I know you're new at this, Bastila, but a leader doesn't berate her troops just because things aren't going as planned. Don't let your ego get in the way of the real issues here.
That hardly strikes me as an appropriate way of addressing your commander, Karth. I am a member of the Jedi Order, and this is my mission. Don't forget that. My battle meditation ability has helped the Republic many times in this war, and it will serve us well here, I'm sure.
Your talents might win us a few battles, but that doesn't make you a good leader. A good leader would at least listen to the advice of those who have seen more combat than she ever will. You know, I had my doubts about this mission, but I figured the Jedi Council wouldn't put you in charge if you weren't prepared. Here you are, acting like a spoiled child.
I see. It's true that I don't have much military experience. Perhaps I should not be so quick to judge. Very well, Karth. What do you suggest we do?
First off, we can't get hung up on who's in charge. We all need to work together if we want to get off this rock. The answer is out there, we just have to find it.
Well said, Karth. And the sooner we start looking, the better. I've already been a prisoner of the Vulkars, and I don't plan on being captured by the Sith. I think we'll need some help getting off Terrace. Maybe if we ask around, one of the locals can help us out. We should probably start by asking around in the cantinas.
Another flashback.
You cannot win, Revan. Is something wrong? You seem as if something's troubling you. A vision? A vision of what? The Force is complicated. Even I, with all my training, cannot fully understand it yet. This is a matter best left to the wise masters of the Jedi Council. Once we escape Terrace, we can seek the guidance of the Council if you wish. They will understand the significance of your vision, if there is any. However, I think it would be best if we all stayed focused on the task at hand right now. We can't afford any distractions. We need to find a way off Terrace.
Yeah, so you definitely want to bring Bastila. I love these two, but I don't think these two are coming with us. Let's do a little hard save. At least not for now. I might bring these guys again later. It kind of sucks. You can't manage their inventory unless they're with you. So if you wanted to like take stuff off of them, then you'd have to put them in your party for a second. We're gonna take Bastila. It's kind of funny because you don't have to take her, but this is obviously, you know, this is your first time seeing a Jedi. In terms of what Bastila can do, she is a Jedi Sentinel, which means she gets more skill points, if I remember correctly. She's kind of a balance between a Guardian, who's more of a melee-focused user, and then a Consular, who's more of a Force-focused character. We're going to take both these guys.
Kachichu aitha rundi haudonga kuhungabi. Shagji kin Lord Jawata uma.
Yeah, we gotta go meet Canderous. Probably the upper city cantina. Yeah, you still just want to put all your points with Karth into treat injury. Improved rapid shot is really nice. Maybe he'll actually use it on his own if we do that. Outside of that, toughness is always good, conditioning is always good, implants are kind of good. There's actually, if you give him implant, he can wear the implant that Zalbar has in him right now. Which means that we can just recruit Zalbar real quick, take the implant off of him, give it to Karth, and then that would give him higher dex. So Bastila starts with 18 dexterity. The interesting thing about dexterity when it comes to lightsaber users is that when you're determining your chance to hit with a lightsaber, it uses whatever is higher strength or dexterity. So that's kind of cool. She does have pretty low constitution. She has high charisma. So her force powers are a little bit juicier. I think we'd probably just give her that. She's not super strong. She's not super tanky. She's more of like a utility, like force user. Yeah, she has like nothing except awareness and treat injury. Giving her cure is not terrible. She's about to get another level up anyway. Giving her burst of speed is pretty useless. Force valor, kind of useless. You can give her dark side powers. I have a mod that makes it so that dark side powers don't cost more if you're light side, but I don't know if that's actually going to work. Could give her shock. Then you get another point. put it all into treat injury. She's still only like level 5. Fear is kind of fun. It's only a single target, but it's alright. So now she's level 6. Yeah, if you give her higher 2-weapon fighting, because she has to use... Well, she doesn't have to use it, but because she is using a dual-bladed lightsaber, you probably want that, because otherwise her chance to hit in combat is going to be very low. Yeah, giving her force heal is definitely not a terrible idea. Also, insanity or horror is a good one. Do we give her this or do we give her the heal? I think I'll give her this. Kind of an interesting choice.
What? Yes?
So, for 1 sec, I'm gonna take these two. Because Zalbar has something that's better for Karth. So now his dex is at 17. The armor he's wearing has max dexterity bonus of +5, which means that this number can go up to +5 before getting downsides. So once he hits 20 dex, he can still be wearing this armor and get some utility from it.
Sure.
Yeah, Zalbar's getting shelved for right now. It does kind of suck to use Bastila when she only has, like, improved 2-weapon fighting and not master 2-weapon fighting. If we had, like, another normal lightsaber, I would give that to her, but I might take her lightsaber once I get master 2-weapon fighting and just give her the worst, or just give her the normal one, because I have improved 2-weapon fighting just like she does. She only has normal flurry, which kind of sucks.
What?
But we could just make her like a force user. So if you go Jedi droid support, it says Jedi characters will use force powers until they run out of force points, then they'll behave in the same manner as the default attack setting.
Yes?
So while I'm not controlling her, she's going to prioritize force powers. Which is kind of cool. Oh yeah, we can tell her to get
You're
out
back.
of here.
Did you... He called the bounty off? Wait a minute, I know. I don't...
What kind of family heirloom is it?
I can never truly repay...
What'd she give me? Yeah, you can give Bastila these robes if you want. I think she already... No, that was her clothing. Doesn't really matter what we give her, honestly. This, like, kind of matches her better. But I think her classic outfit is fine.
Sure.
The apprentice robes don't actually give you any kind of buffs or anything. So if we can beat Twitch in the arena, then... Oh yeah, Selvin. Huh. There was some... Oh shit. There was some apartment complex that we didn't
Bastila, I was
raid yet.
wondering something. How did those Vulkars manage to capture a famous Jedi like you? Were you knocked out when your escape pod crashed?
No, I was conscious. But my force powers were exhausted from using my battle meditation in the battle for the Ender Spire. Without my help, you might have never gotten off the ship alive.
Fair enough, but I've seen you Jedi in action. There's no way those thugs could have stood a chance against your lightsaber.
My lightsaber was misplaced. I couldn't find it after the crash. I looked everywhere in that pod. The Vulkars came and overwhelmed me even as I was searching for my weapon.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You lost your lightsaber? I mean, isn't that a violation of some kind of Jedi code or something?
This is no laughing matter. During the crash, my lightsaber must have fallen from my belt and rolled under my seat. The Vulkars probably found it there when they searched the wreckage.
Hey, don't get mad. I'm sorry. It's just funny to think of a legendary Jedi losing her lightsaber. Take my advice. This is one detail you might want to keep out of the history texts.
I hardly consider myself a legend, Calf. Though I will consider your advice when I relate these events to the Jedi Council. There is no need for them to know every detail of what transpired.
Just wait till you meet the Jedi Council. Oh my god. Never mind, the south apartments is where our hideout is. I was like, where's Selvin? Selvin's one of the bounties for Zax. I came across her when I was doing something else before. I actually don't remember which cantina Canderous is waiting for me in. Oh yeah. Take the serum to Zelka.
Welcome back. You have the serum? Impossible. How did you get this? Can I see it? Let me see. Yes, this is it. A cure for the rat ghoul disease. With this sample, I can make enough serum for everyone. The people of Terrace owe you a debt they can never repay. Please, take this small reward. It isn't much, but it's all I could afford. A few credits and 2 spare med packs.
It's nothing.
You truly have a noble and generous spirit. But you deserve something for your effort. Tell you what, I'll give you a discount whenever you shop at my store. It's the least I can do.
That's very kind of you. We're just glad we're able to bring some relief to the suffering of these people.
Now,
Shut the
is there
fuck
anything
up,
else I
asshole.
can do for you?
You didn't help me with that. Let's see what the discounted med packs. Now you can actually buy the rat ghoul serum. So now we're getting up there in light side points.
You blew it. If you'd brought that rat ghoul serum to Zax, you would have made it worth your while.
I wish this was like Fable and you could just target and kill that motherfucker. Probably get dark side points for it, but it would be really funny. Yeah, I wanted to make sure we didn't miss any rooms in the Upper City North apartments. What the hell is this?
Get out of here, you goggle-eyed freak!
Yeah, go back to where you came from. Why do you care what happens to some scummy alien? He's just a freak.
Yeah, he isn't even supposed to be in the upper city. Oh! Run for it!
I think we explored these ones already. There had to be like an entire room that we didn't even look at yet. Which I don't think that was the case here. Which makes me think it's the lower city apartments that we missed. Yeah, so funny enough, you can actually just break into the Sith base right now. You actually don't need Canderous. I don't know if that was intentional.
Did you ever think about joining all the Jedi who were running off to follow Revan and Malak when they went to fight the Mandalorians?
That was nearly 5 years ago. I was still an apprentice. My battle meditation hadn't even manifested itself. Yet even then I had the wisdom to obey the will of the Council. Unlike Revan.
I guess. Still, do you ever wonder if things could have been different? I mean, would Revan and Malak still have been corrupted if the Council had supported them instead of dragging its feet?
Do not blame Revan's corruption on the Council. Your Republic saw only the threat of the Mandalorians, but the wisdom of the Masters saw beyond the immediate threat. There was something lurking out there. Something that devoured Revan and Malak, and many other Jedi. Had the Council sent us all into the unknown, how many more would have fallen?
So you're saying we should have done nothing? Just let the Mandalorians conquer us unopposed? I mean, the Republic was under attack, and the Order abandoned us.
We did not abandon you. But the Council were not about to throw lives away foolishly. In time, we would have aided you against the Mandalorians. But you couldn't wait. Revan and Malak offered a quicker answer, and the Republic chose to walk the easy path rather than the path of wisdom. Now we see the results all around us. You asked me if I think things could have been different. I know they could have. If Revan had only listened to the Council, millions of innocent people would still be alive.
Yeah, right. And every single one of them would have been speaking Mandalorian. I think we're done here. Let's just get back to the task at hand.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of context for that, but essentially, 5 years ago during the Mandalorian Wars, the Mandalorians invaded all the Republic systems, and Revan and Malak were 2 Jedi Knights at the time, I believe. And the Jedi Council opted not to get involved in the war. Revan and Malak were like, fuck that, we're not letting the Mandalorians, like, take over. Oh, now Bastila wants to talk. But essentially, yeah, that's a major part of this game. You'll notice with both KOTOR games, a lot of what the story is built on involves events that happen, like, years before the actual game that you're playing. Which can be kind of weird because, like, we definitely... It would have been cool to have, like, a flashback where we could have, like, fought a little in the Mandalorian Wars. It's not that bad that it's not here, but... Essentially, yeah, that's a huge part of the narrative, is, like, Revan and Malak choosing to go fight in the Mandalorian Wars. They actually got a bunch of Jedi to follow them into that war. Or the wars, plural, I don't know. And essentially, after the war... or during the war, I guess, Revan and Malak were corrupted by the dark side, and that is that's like a lot of like precursor to the events of this game, because in that time, Revan was the Sith Master and Malak was his apprentice. They basically saw things that convinced them, that corrupted them, convinced them to go to the dark side. It's a little more complicated than that, I think, but overall, the Jedi Council staying out of the war is like one of the more controversial things, especially among the Republic. And it's kind of interesting overall. I don't want to spoil too much, but you'll see more of what happened. The second game also references the Mandalorian Wars in a pretty big way. And the main character of the second game was largely involved in that as well. They're not mentioned at all in this game, which is kind of convenient, but the story is like an onion. You're just like peeling back layers, and then they kind of add more layers, like a little bit of I'm trying to think, not like retroactively changing it, but like a little bit of what's that word where it's like you're changing canon? I forget what it's called. I might think of it. But yeah, Karth definitely is making a lot of sense here. Essentially, the Jedi's choice to stay out of the Mandalorian Wars was like definitely kind of a bad move. At least I think so. Because, like, if Revan and Malik had been supported by the whole Jedi Council, there's a chance that they wouldn't have fallen to the dark side. At the same time, like, falling to the dark side is kind of a dramatic way of putting it. They basically realized that they were powerful enough. There are some extra reasons why they fell to the dark side. But they realized they were powerful enough to just do what they wanted. And, you know, if you're a Jedi and you do what you want, then you're following the dark side. Obviously, they went on to do a lot of terrible shit after they became Sith. And you'll see that with Darth Malik as we go through this game. But, yeah, they don't really provide a lot of context for the Mandalorian Wars, despite it being, like, a very large part of the narrative.
How can I help? The surface of Taris is covered with an urban skyscraper. Beyond that, then I...
Says she wanted to talk, and then it didn't give me the option for dialogue. But yeah, I'm excited for the narrative to unfold a little bit more, because the Mandalorian Wars and what happened during them is a major part of the narrative.
How can I... Then I...
It keeps prompting me to talk to her.
How can I help?
What the hell? Some kind of bug. Hopefully it doesn't stop me every few seconds.
This elevator is off limit. It's off. Well, why didn't you say so? Just
Shut the fuck up, Sith Guard. Did we just, like, not explore the lower city apartments when we were here, or did we miss one? Oh yeah, we must have... Presumably we missed one down here. Oh, I forgot Bastila has Force Push, so she just reflexively uses it even if you give her other Force powers. That's so dumb.
Ready?
Yes.
I want to use the dark side powers. Oh, they made a fucking save against Horror? Horror is kind of cool because they just, like, grab their faces. Force Aura. That only really affects her. Maybe I should have given her Burst of Speed so that I could have used her as a main character. If I'm not mistaken, we literally combed this place top to bottom. So where the hell is Selvin? Okay, stop prompting me if she doesn't actually have something to say. Selvin is an assassin that you find. I just can't remember where she is. It's kind of frustrating. I could always look up where to find her. She has to be in the Upper City North apartments because we didn't fully investigate those. That's like the only place I can think of that we haven't been. We were also going to go do the arena stuff anyway. Just to get some of these quests done before we can't get them done anymore. Because once you get into the Sith base and you get that done, you kind of have to beeline straight out of this area. Yeah, let's go into these apartments, make sure we didn't miss anything. So I'm like, Selvin has to be in one of these areas that we think we've explored it all, but I know she's in an apartment. I remember that much. Oh my god. I don't remember that bug. Where it keeps saying she has something to say, but then she doesn't. Alright, yeah, this was the place we got the Sith uniforms. Okay. There's no way. We must have... Okay, let me look that up really quick. Let's see here. What's this chick's name? Selvin. Oh, there's a second apartment complex in the lower city. That's dumb. Well, while we're up here, we can go to the cantina. Although the Upper City Cantina is actually in Upper City South. So if we want to get the dueling ring shit done, we might as well do it now. It's a lot of running around, but it's worth it. Yeah, Twitch is a hard guy to fight.
Yes. You do? Well, fair enough. What do you want to discuss? I knew you wouldn't understand where I was coming from. Let me try to explain. You got the skills of an elite commando, and you saved my butt more than once. Between that and your facility with languages, I'm lucky you're here. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop watching you being wary. I'm just not built that way. Period. I don't know that yet. Like I said before, it's probably nothing, but I've been betrayed by people before, and well, it won't happen again. That's all. Look, I'm not trying to insult you. This is just the way I am. No need to take it personally. Well, you can stop wondering. I'm not. No, I don't want to talk about it. What I want is to save the galaxy, if that's even possible. Why is whether or not I trust you or anyone so damned important to you? Why do you even care? We don't have time for this, so can we please just drop it?
Yeah, Sith Energy Shield is useful. It might be worth the extra points of defense, like if we wanted to wear armor.
I saw you in the swoop race.
Oh,
very impressive. You seem like you know how to get results. That's just the kind of person I'm looking for. My name's Canderous Ordo. I work for Davik Kang in the Exchange. The hours aren't great, but they promised me a fortune to work for them. And I have nothing better to do. Mandalorian mercs like me are in high demand. But lately, Davik hasn't been paying me what he promised. I don't like getting cheated. So I figure it's time for me to break the Sith quarantine and get off this backwater planet. I've got a plan to escape Taris, but I can't do it alone. I need someone I know can get the job done to help me. That's where you come in.
Careful. Mercs like this haven't a lick of conscience. They'll betray you in a heartbeat. This could be a trap.
I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to your friend, aren't I? I saw you win that swoop race and started thinking, anyone crazy enough to race like that is probably crazy enough to break into the Sith military base. I need someone to steal the Sith launch codes from the base. Without those codes, any ship leaving the atmosphere will be disintegrated by the Sith fleet's automated defense guns. Here's the deal. You bring me those launch codes, and I can provide the vehicle to get us off the planet. Davik's flagship, the Ebon Hawk. Good luck. You're going to need it. The entrance to the base is sealed up tight. Getting in won't be easy. The Sith base is protected by an encrypted security system. It would take a top-of-the-line astromech droid to slice through it. Lucky for you, I know just the place to get a droid like that. Davik was having one custom built by Janice Nall. Just tell her Canderous sent you and she'll sell you the droid. Then you can use it to get the launch codes from the Sith base. Davik paid for the droid, but I'm the guy he put in charge of the mission. He won't care how I come up with those codes. Normally I do this myself, but everyone knows who I work for. If I broke into the Sith base, they'd send an army down on Davik's estate to get those codes back. That's why I need you.
I don't sense any deception from him, which is surprising. This may be exactly what we need.
I'm going to wait in Javier's cantina. You come and find me when you've got those launch codes, and I'll make sure we both get off this rock.
Nice. Cool. Alright, let's do some arena stuff.
Ladies, hold on to your seats and stay back from the edges of the ring. He's wild, he's unpredictable, he's borderline psychotic. And he's the best damn duelist in the game today. Give it up for Twitch! But Twitch's opponent plans to take it in this corner. The challenger for the title of Taris Dueling Champion, the mysterious stranger.
Alright, so first thing we gotta do, Force Valor, and let us keep our force speed here. Also going to pop the energy shield. Okay, so he's taking a decent amount of damage from us. Got him. That was an easy one.
It's over!
Because I'm high level.
The fight is over! The mysterious stranger has won! Twitch's reign of terror is over! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new champion! The mysterious stranger!
Got him. Got his ass. So what I learned from that fight is that I shouldn't just be spamming flurry. I should queue up flurry and then queue up other attacks so I don't get overwhelmed. Yeah, anybody who will play these type of games will tell you you should always have multiple saves in case one of your saves glitches out. There's a lot of quests that are easy to break in this game. So basically we go, we have the bounty for Bendak, so we should be able to just go fight him.
I've been watching you in the dueling ring.
And not lose
bad for an amateur.
Light side.
I'm tempted to come out of retirement and show you what it's like to do battle against a real champion, but I only fight in death matches. And not too many people are willing to step into the ring knowing they won't ever come out. How about you, stranger? You think you got what it takes? So you're the one doing Zax's dirty work. Well, I've got some bad news for you, little bounty hunter. There's no way you're bringing me in. This cantina is wired with a top-level security grid. You pull a weapon on me and the auto-fire turrets will fry you before you can even pull the trigger. Why would I ever want to leave here? I've got food and drinks, place to stay, and everybody treats me with the respect I've earned for my dueling career. But if you're set on collecting that bounty, I'll make you a deal. I kinda miss the fight game. My hand is itching for the feel of a blaster in my grip. I've seen you in the duel ring. You're just good enough to spark my interest. So I'll agree to face you in a death match. You win, you get to collect that bounty for killing me. Finally, fresh meat. Azure will set it up. Go talk to him. It will take some time to arrange, so no point sticking around here until then. I'll be back when it's time for you to die.
Says it so casually. You have to talk to this guy and set up the fight, and then it takes a minute. Yeah, you have to leave the cantina for now and come back later.
Yes?
Uh-huh. What?
I'm gonna take that stupid thing off Karth's head. It looks really stupid. Oh, nice. +2 dex already?
What?
That means when I give them Force Valor, Karth already has 20 dex. So does Bastila. And she has +4 charisma. Fuck. Alright. Eventually I'll be a force power slinging god. I just have to get some more force points. Which I think means that I need to prioritize wisdom. Charisma adds modifiers to force-related powers, I think. So I guess we could go down to the lower city. There's a second set of apartments in the lower city. By the time we do that bounty and go collect it, the deathmatch should be ready. Yeah, we can just break straight into the Sith military base. We're not doing that yet, though. We gotta go to the lower city, get the Selvin bounty. I don't know if there are any other bounties that we can actually collect. I don't think so. Just getting some extra credits is kind of nice. We're not really going to make bank until later in the game, and there's a chain of side quests and stuff that can get you really good weapons. There are actually some blades in this game that are better than the lightsabers, but once you get the lightsaber crystals, the crystals are better. So this is one of the apartments. This is also a separate apartment complex that we did not enter. Think, right? Up here. Yeah, we never went into this one over here, as far as I know. Yep. Never made it in this one.
Agi inko tune chuna muri ra tangi wama jiko na donki pa nonku nek abog jiyokaku kinba muri ra dwana ji kuyami juski chika nai uba baska dwana chichopa muska jiska da soki kupa bona na chachu.
Here's a bounty on your little green heads. I'm here to collect.
Just cronky to patslimo chi itakanki chana kilikon kinba muri ra dwana ji.
That's the plan.
Just trying to see if I could loot them. Nice force push, Bastila. Thanks for using the the ability I gave you.
I'm here.
Does anybody have any demolition skill? Nobody has any demolition skill in this entire crew. armor reinforcement.
You after this!
Nice, we're getting shit done now. Getting more energy shields than we know what to do with. Force powers are almost out. 16 frag grenades. Damn, we crushed them.
So big.
Nice. Yeah, the combat is not as active as it is in, like, Fable. But I think this game has a much more robust dialogue system. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the pet is hyperdrive. His uncle taught him to fire a blaster. His family originally came from Alderaan. You get the Republic mod armor, which is actually worse than the armor we have. And the armor we have is upgradable.
Sure.
This is probably Selvin's
What can I
apartment.
do?
What? On it.
Sure.
It's open.
Stop right there, or I'll give you a blaster shot right between the eyes. Now, what are you doing here? Well, go explore somewhere else. There's nothing interesting for you here. I gave you a chance to get out of here and leave me alone, but I guess you're just too stupid to take it. Now you'll see why I'm the most dangerous assassin on Taris. There.
Like I was just about to go straight past her. Oh my god, she got absolutely annihilated. Gave her that force shock riz. That makes no sense, but it's funny. Look how many weapons we have now. 2 heavy blasters. Heavy blasters aren't better than Karth's blaster, right? No, yeah, they're definitely not better. This has a higher chance to hit, too. I don't hate the idea of keeping Karth until we get somebody better. The neural band looks less obnoxious. Although I think Bastila is also allowed to wear that. We'll give it to Karth, it's fine. We only have 1 Sith energy shield, and I was gonna say I thought I was using it. Oh, we have 2 of them. Yeah, we got this dude kitted out.
Yes?
Thor got iced. Thor got shocked. How many med packs are we up to? 35? Holy shit. This is like the Fable playthrough now. We got all the health potions. You get to a point where you don't really need them. You just like top yourself off with the heal. Your force points regenerate very slowly. That's the main downside. Yeah, by the time we go collect this bounty, we should... In fact, we have to go to Javier's Cantina first to do that. By the time we collect this bounty, it should be time for the death match. Then I'll probably end this part after that so that we can get to the next one. Just so the times aren't too long in the videos. Not that there's a limit. I've seen people upload like 8-hour, 10-hour videos and shit.
I figured you'd be back. Neither of us is getting off this planet unless we work together. But we've got a small problem. I haven't heard about anyone breaking into the military. If you want me to help you... Gladly.
Yep. Should just be Bendak. Yeah, I could have paid some credits to get the Pazak cards, but I don't really care. So now let's head back to the upper city, do the arena shit, and then we'll walk up to the base and we'll end this part. That's actually the Sith base right there. The front door is already open because we already used T3. Which is pretty cool because since we used T3 already, we don't have to do this really clunky shit where we would get T3 in the party and then have to recall the base just to put him away. So I don't... Oh, never mind. You can actually just party select right there. In the past, I've definitely done that where I would recall all the way to base. Recall like it's Diablo 2. So then it's Upper City South is where the arena is. Yeah, the dueling arena is definitely just a side quest, but it is pretty satisfying to beat Bendak. It's kind of annoying. I remember beating him at level 2, you literally have to stockpile all the grenades because, you know, normally you're not a Jedi at this point in the game, so you basically, if you're trying to level save, like if I wanted this to say Scout 2 and Jedi Consular 18 at the end of the game, I would literally have to level save, meaning I don't level myself past 2 on Terrace, and I would go through this whole planet at level 2 instead of level 7, which is where I'm at right now. I think you can get up to level 8 on this planet. I think that's about the highest amount of XP you can have is level 8. But most of the time, you know, people who aren't playing with this mod, they will literally just level save. They'll get themselves to level 2, which, because you're forced to level to 2 in the tutorial. And then after that, they'll literally just play through the whole first planet, no levels at all. So, like, if you're playing on console, on, like, Xbox One, Xbox 360, whatever, you actually wouldn't be able to, or original Xbox or Xbox One, I think, are the platforms, but you wouldn't actually be able to use the Jedi from the Start mod, which is just another awesome thing about doing this on PC. Hopefully this guy is ready for me. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, come with me now on a journey to the savage days of years gone by, to a time when two combatants
The
entered
arena would be
and
way more
only one
robust
came out alive.
if they ever did a
They're
remake.
illegal.
I don't think the
They're
remake's
banned.
happening though.
They've been outlawed for nearly 10 years, but we've got one for you tonight. A good old-fashioned death match. In this corner, a living legend. A man whose very name would make his opponents shake in their boots. If any of them were still alive. Out of retirement for one last battle, Bendik Starkiller! And who would be crazy enough to step into the ring with such a lethal legend? Who would be mad enough to face almost certain death merely for your enjoyment? Ladies and gentlemen, feast your wondering eyes on the mysterious stranger. And now,
Mysterious he is.
the moment we've all been waiting for. Let the death match begin!
Dark side points gained? Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, he's gonna lob grenades at you when you start this fight. So you want to give yourself force power, you want to give yourself energy shield. You want to give yourself strength. Give yourself stamina. Yeah, he hits very hard. You see how he just hit 38? So the way a lot of people fight him is just by tossing grenades. You can toss, like, plasma grenades are super effective against this guy. Even then, still barely hits his health. He has a ton of health. I don't know that I really want to burn my energy shield here, but I might have to. He's like one of the tougher guys on this planet. I think he's actually tougher than the final boss on this planet. We can just keep taking most of the damage from him. We still have a ton of grenades to use. Ion grenade's only good against droids. Cryoban is like a freeze grenade. Poison grenade, concussion grenade. We're probably just gonna frag him. Oh yeah, the frags are pretty good. The plasma grenades sell for a lot of money. Just kind of just throw grenades at him. Not a very interesting fight, but... Oh, fuck. I thought he was dead there. Got his ass.
Bendak is down! It's over! It's over! The fight is over! Bendak Starkiller is down!
There's another way to do this.
Starkiller is dead! All hail the mysterious stranger! The greatest duelist to ever grace the rings of Taris!
There's a way to do this and get his blaster. I don't think we did it in a way that let us get his blaster, though. Yeah, there's a way to do this. It might be part of a mod where you can actually get his blaster. His blaster is like way better than the shit that my companions have right now. Like I could give it to Card. Oh, I'll give you Bendix blaster pistol as a sign of my appreciation. Yeah, his blaster is definitely better than the heavy blaster. 2 to 7, and it's upgradable. I don't think Karth's blaster is upgradable. No, it is. Yeah, so this makes this is way better for. Well, it's actually not even that much better. Still cool though. Nice to have his blaster. All right, so this is done, right? We go to the Sith base, end this part, And then we get on to the next one. But thanks for watching so far. It's been super fun. Getting through this game, getting through Fable at about the same time. Fable is a much shorter game than this, and if we do KOTOR 2 after these two games, KOTOR 2 is a significantly longer game. I think my save was like 50 hours. KOTOR 1, you can beat it in like 25 hours, but I'm predicting with like me going through explaining some things, this will probably round out to more like 30 or 35 hours for the whole thing. We're trying to just bask in the game and enjoy it. There are some dialogues that I skip through if I don't think they're that important, or if I think I can just summarize what they're going to say. But for the most part, I don't like to do that with this type of game. I think this is definitely the type of game you wanna really experience as much of the dialogue as possible. But yeah, we'll save the excitement of the Sith base for the next part. Cool.